You are the one who requested it. You cannot pass on the baton to somebody else.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I will explain it, sir.
In a number of tries, Correction Bureau Chief Nicanor Feldon requests his legal officer to explain about the process behind the privilege of having shorter jail time. But Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Richard Gordon denies him the chance.
May I request the Honorable Chair to allow me to pass in to the experts?
Pakibilisan mo lang. Pakibilisan mo. Bakit expert? Di ba ikaw expert?
Feldon then proceeds to explain the process himself. The grant of Good Conduct Time Allowance or GCTA is for all qualified inmates, regardless of their crime. And the time for good behavior is counted on a monthly basis.
Even grave offenses like drugs confiscated inside their cells, they are only penalized for 1 month. And the succeeding month, they will now enjoy another Good Conduct Time Allowance. This has been their application since 2014 up to this day.
This interpretation is based on Section 3 of the Good Conduct Time Allowance Law. It states, quote, "Any convicted prisoner in any penal institution, rehabilitation or detention center, or any other local jail shall entitle him to the deductions from the period of his sentence." But Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara points out Section 1 of the same law. It qualifies who among inmates may be granted shorter period of detention by deducting time at a local jail pending conviction to the total years of sentence. The law states recidivists, habitual delinquents, escapees, and persons charged with heinous crimes are excluded from the coverage of this act.
We think that this incident happened because it proved to be a blessing in disguise. We, at the Department of Justice, reviewed the law even more carefully.
Guevara has earlier ordered the temporary suspension of GCTA pending review of implementing rules and regulations. Meanwhile, Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon says the Justice Secretary must approve the release of prisoners with life sentence, quoting a department order issued in 2015. Former Calauan Laguna Mayor Antonio Sanchez fall under this category. He was convicted for the rape and killing of UP student Eileen Sarmenta and killing of another UP student Alan Gomez.
In the case of Mayor Antonio Sanchez, was your approval sought?
No such request for approval has been received by the Department of Justice.
But Guevara says he has received requests for approval for the release of prisoners under the Special Time Allowance for Loyalty or STAL, not the GCTA. STAL is granted to convicts who stay during calamities even they could have escaped. The Bucor chief is the official authorized to release prisoners under the Bureau of Corrections law.
Unless that department order has been revoked, amended, or modified, then that DO should subsist.
But Senator Ralph Recto states there's nothing in the GCTA law that grants this power to the Bucor chief. George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.